Sabine, ready your brothers to leave. Is it done? Can you travel, wife?
Yes.
Fine time for the Lord to give us a daughter. Just when Burgundian wolves are coming.
Please, Jack.
These sons work in the field.
Please. She doesn't cry. She doesn't cry. Look, please.
There's no time. Isabel, save our sons. Soldiers are coming.
Soldiers are always coming. Burning our villages and stealing our food, but I will not lose my daughter, too. Look at her. She's beautiful. Look at your child. See what you would kill.
Move quickly! Leave nothing for the Burgundians! Everyone, everything to the fort! Move them! Move them!
Mama, Joan is here.
No climbing, Joan. He can't do all the things you can. Do you hear me?
I hear you, Mama. Slow down, Joan. It's too high. Maybe once it was, but now it's just a sad, broken wall. I don't think this fortress is sad. It hides us when the soldiers attack. Hiding. All we do is hide. But one day we'll stop hiding. When the Maid of Lorraine comes with 10,000 men to drive the English out. I can see Lorraine from here. You can? Yes, just beyond the river. Can you see the maid? No, it's too far. And anyway, nobody knows what she looks like or when she'll come. When do you think she'll come? I don't know. It doesn't say. What does it say? That France will be destroyed by an evil woman, but it will be saved by a young maiden. Oh, late. Papa will kill me.
Nostri et in olem beat Maria et beate Johannes Baptiste et sanctor apostolorum et
Joan? Are you all right?
I have never seen you so reverent, dear child. Is there something you wish to confess?
No. It just felt wonderful to pray.
Come. I have never seen such piety at an early age.
What's happening in this picture, Father Monet?
This is the Battle of Agincourt. One of the darkest days in our history.
Why does God make the French suffer?
Come. Sit down. We suffer at the hands of man, not God. Our queen, from another land, has disowned her son and given her daughter in marriage to the English king.
Our queen is the woman in the legend, the one who will destroy France.
Come. This is France. We are here. This area is occupied by the English invaders. And this is Burgundy.
The French will make pacts with the English.
So all this fighting is to determine who is the rightful ruler of France.
I tell you, Emile, I look in front of me and all I see is France. So how can Burgundy claim this part and England that part? When it's all France. And we're all French. France should be whole.
What's happening?
There's refugees. I think they're from another village.
We need food. Shelter. The soldiers have burnt everything.
We have barely enough for ourselves. Move on.
Please! There are the children!
We have nothing to spare. Move on. Go!
Have pity.
My children are hungry.
Go home. Home. Now.
I want you to sit next to your father.
My daughter will make an excellent wife.
What a bountiful meal.
Yes. Enough for everyone with plenty to spare.
Praise God, there is enough. Though there's never plenty to spare.
Not even one crust of bread for a hungry child?
Not if the child is part of a mob. One small mercy would crack the dam, and in no time we would be flooded.
They could have been us, Papa.
And they would turn us away as they must. This is how it is.
Your daughter is very outspoken.
She's young. She'll outgrow it.
I will never outgrow simple decency. It's people like you who do nothing to stop the miseries of the world.
Joan.
Get out.
Do you remember 6 years ago when you saw me kneeling in this spot and you spoke to me?
As if it were yesterday.
You thought it was sudden piety. Wasn't. I had heard a voice as clearly as I'm speaking to you now. It was St. Catherine. Her voice was beautiful, sweet, soft. She told me she was chosen to guide and counsel me. And that I must listen to what she was telling me because it was at the command of God. I didn't tell you before because I was afraid.
What have your voices said to you?
At first, they just told me that I must be a good child and go often to church. But now they're more insistent. And they tell me that I must prepare to leave, and that my destiny lies elsewhere.
And what do they say is your destiny?
They don't say. But they make me understand that our people have lost a sense of hope. Too willingly giving up their freedom. And that I'm meant to leave and Burgundians.
Take heed, people of Don Remy! Take heed, people of Don Remy! Burgundian soldiers approach!
Father, ring the bells, ring the warning bells.
Yes. They will attack by morning. Take heed!
May. Right to Vaucouleurs. Alert Sir Robert. Go! Go, go!
What about the water? Have you seen Emile? I thought he was with you. You wait here and search the ruins. I'm going back to the village.
No, you mustn't. He's my best and only friend.
Child! Why? What did he do wrong? What did he do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do? What do you want me to do? Yes. Yes, I will.
The voice was insistent on this. Dauphin Charles needs me, and I must go to him in Chinon.
Go to him? How?
I don't know, Father. I don't know.
I gather we're a bit late.
Yes, Sir Robert. Just late enough to avoid any danger.
Just as your village avoids paying taxes.
You have not collected taxes because you have been hiding in your castle from the Burgundians.
If you had one, wouldn't you? Jean, be so kind as to take that livestock to the king in Chinon.
Get down from there.
We're going to Charles, Father. Bless me, Father.
Thank God to protect you.
Bye, Mama.
Rather wholesome looking for a camp following strumpet.
Is that what you're wanting, girl? To be the plaything of soldiers? Because you arrived in the ideal spot.
Please, sire. I offer no trouble, and I wish none in return. May I please just continue with the animals to Chinon?
Well, these animals are going nowhere except to the butchers inside Sir Robert's castle.
Sir Robert said the livestock was going to the Dauphin in Chinon.
If one man's pampered stomach gets more bloated than the other, what concern is it to you? Bertrand, unload the livestock.
I can see by your clothing, sire, that you're a man of substance. I implore you then to understand that I must go to Chinon to see the Dauphin, because he needs me.
Needs you?
I have a mission that's getting clearer by the hour.
You have a mission?
I must help the Dauphin claim his crown and unite the people of France.
Then I must take you to meet Sir Robert. You shall make your case to him. Come.
Thank you, sir.
Come.
Sir Robert, I present to you the Maid of Lorraine.
I understand that you're on your way to Chinon to crown the king and to unite the poor wretches of France.
Mm-hmm. Sir Robert, someone must help the king claim his crown.
And what makes you think, you poor simple girl, that you would succeed when the king's loftiest advisors have failed?
Because I must. Just as you, Sir Robert, must send me there. Sir Robert, the Dauphin holds the future of France.
Why do you call him Dauphin? Crowned or not, Charles is our king, by right of blood. And if this inactive mongrel is ever going to be king, we have to start calling him king. Don't you think?
I think he has to believe he is king. He has to earn it.
Jean? Send her back to her father for a sound beating.
Yes, sir.
Please, Sir Robert.
I said go!
I suggest you go home, unless you want to see the Burgundians destroy this place, too.
I thought bigger towns would contain bigger minds. I was wrong.
So you slept here all night and now you're hungry? Hmm?
Yes.
You look strong enough to work. Come with me.
No. She's a child. She won't eat much. You can wait.
That one couldn't stop crying for 2 days and nights.
Maybe he just lost interest in crying.
People today stopped fighting for soup? No. You have a gift.
Mother Babette? Why have the people of Vaucouleurs given up hope? Why don't they just seek help in another village?
From where, child? Every city, village, town. It's each man for himself.
I have an idea. The good French people of every town and village who need shelter or fear attack.
I can't write as fast as you can talk.
Help us build defenses against those who would destroy us.
What's your name, boy?
Noel, sir.
Noel? Whose name is on this declaration?
None, sir.
To the good French people of every town and village who need shelter or fear attack, come and be protected within the walls of Vaucouleurs and help us build defenses against those who would destroy us. By dictate of the Maid of Lorraine.
By dictate of a fairy tale.
She is no fairy tale. She's flesh and blood, a maid from this very region.
They attacked from the northwest. We have all of these archers here to protect us.
Where are my eggs? My eggs.
There are no eggs, Sir Robert. Not since you turned that peasant girl away.
She stole my hens, the thief?
The hens are here, but they refuse to lay. Not one egg from the lot of them.
Oh, it's not even my chickens turn against me, huh? What the devil have they done to my city?
It's the girl, sir. People have come from everywhere to defend us. They say she's the maid of Lorraine.
Bring her to me. You look like a man, and you look like you're dressed to go somewhere.
But I'm ready to travel to Chinon. And today's the day you will send me.
You're cracked to think that I would send you to Chinon to see the king.
A few days ago, you sent me away from here. But now, today, here I am again. Your invited guest. And Vaucouleurs is ready to defend itself. It's nothing that couldn't have been done before.
Why are you just standing there? I need to write. I am writing that I believe that you may be the Maid of Lorraine.
So, Robert, please. I'm not the Maid of Lorraine.
Do you want to go or not? Do you want to go?
Yes.
I know how to tickle a regal brain. What you do when you get there is up to you. Jean?
Sir.
You were so kind as to deliver this young maid to me. Therefore, you shall deliver her to Charles.
So much has happened because of you.
May I call your attention to the skin, very crisp, and the meat, very tender. In a word, perfection.
Yes, Bertrand. You never fail to impress yourself.
I agree. I'm a marvel.
I've never had food cooked by a man before.
It's expected that a nobleman's squire might do a bit of everything.
I hadn't met a nobleman nor a squire until now.
Someone douse the fire. We don't need Burgundian troops joining our blankets.
All right, the chicken was tasty. Thank you.
Why for Charles?
Excuse me?
You run away from home and put yourself in danger all for a would-be king who cares nothing for you.
I don't expect him to care for me. I expect him to care for the French people. His people.
Yeah, I know. Nothing will change until France and Burgundy unite under one king and force the English out.
And Charles is our last hope.
God help us all.
If you don't believe in what I'm doing, then why are you following me?
Following? Yeah, following. I'm leading you, remember? Once you're safely in Shino, I'm going home. Not a part of your fantasy.
Where are we?
Orléans, the gateway to what's left of our country. See the smoke from the villages? Someone's burning their way there.
The English.
Once they've taken Orléans, they'll finally be able to cross the River Loire. France's doom will be sealed.
And we have no time to lose.
I've always wanted to visit the Loire Valley. Not one of my better ideas.
I think we should turn back.
There's two ways to Chinon, across or around.
We have to take the most direct route to Chinon.
This is my convoy, and my responsibility to get us to Chinon, alive. We're gonna camp here for the night, and then in the morning we'll take the route around.
Sorry.
She's gonna get us killed.
This is not the work of the Burgundians. It's the Black Knights, filthy English.
The Church of St. Catherine. St. Catherine is my patron saint. She speaks to me.
Who are you?
Nobody?
A bit modest, don't you think?
No.
I only agreed to this because I felt I owed it to you. But now this? St. Catherine's sword? Where's all this going?
I don't know. I'm just taking it as it comes.
Well, it's an hour before daybreak. I think we should go.
the Maid of Lorraine?
No.
Save us! Save us! Save us, please!
Lord England was cold, but your precious Burgundy can chill the bone as deep as the foulest winds of Scotland.
Therein lies the problem with you invaders. Never satisfied. Why this urgent visit?
You diverted troops from my siege at Orléans to chase after a girl.
Not just a girl. The Maid of Lorraine.
Don't embarrass yourself, Philip. The Maid of Lorraine is a fairy tale. A bedtime story for children. And simpletons.
This girl has thwarted my siege at Vaucouleurs. Now she marches on Chinon. She must not get to Charles, whatever it takes.
I thought we were superstitious. You French are worse.
Never underestimate the power of a myth, my friend. We must find the maid and kill her.
Halt! In the name of England! Where are you headed?
Hold there. Get down. Search the wagon.
Well now, are you the maid? Is your peasant daughter still a maid?
Take her away!
Leave her! Leave her!
Peasant dogs!
Come on, run!
Get them!
There's Black Knights. Let's get out of here. How many? Too many. Let's go.
Sire!
Leave everything. Leave the pack horse. Come on, Bertrand. Take him across the river. I'll distract him. Go.
What do you... Jean! Jean! Yeah! Get off your horses!
Get off the horse! You're too heavy! Joan, help the horses!
Deliver this message to no one but the Dauphin. Poor Louis. He has no anger for Raymond. He's just blindly riding off delivering that preposterous message.
He believes in that message, as he does you.
I don't know what I'm going to say.
You'll know it when you need it. You know, I grew up in Sir Robert's castle, believing it was the world, wishing there was more. Now I know there is, and I'm very grateful for it.
You're still leaving.
I'm gonna take it as it comes.
It's not fair, you know. The church has so many clever means of raising revenue. The most endearing is the plenary indulgence, paying to ransom poor grandmama's soul from purgatory. And people are grateful to pay.
His Majesty trivializes the power of holy intercession.
I'm speaking of the power to collect money. If I need revenue, I must levy taxes, and people complain.
His Majesty can collect revenue by force. The Church can collect only through faith.
Ah, but it is you who wield the sharper sword. I can only frighten them with prison. You can frighten them with hell.
As His Majesty's spiritual advisor, I would caution the King against feeling too competitive with the Church.
Surely His Majesty does not mean to disparage our tax-collecting efforts. Considering the endless war, the loss of taxable land, the slaughter of taxable men, and the cost of an army that depletes our resources while lacking the will to fight, I think we do rather well.
I cannot stand that woman's laugh. Have her removed.
Why don't you shoo away all of these over-coiffed toadies?
Because of my body warmth, and this room is so drafty.
What did I do? Why us?
This way. Sorry, ladies. Thank you.
Wait. Not you.
From Sir Robert de Baudricourt, with salutations and fealty to His Majesty Charles VII.
Well, well. De Baudricourt has sent us the Maid of Lorraine. Not precisely from Lorraine, but close enough to keep her in the hunt. We've tried the Maid of Lorraine ploy before. I've even recruited a few candidates myself. But it's never worked.
You will, of course, not receive the latest candidate.
And why not?
The Church has little tolerance for self-proclaimed icons.
Yes, but it's de Baudricourt who makes the claim. The girl's position on the matter is quite unknown to you, dear Bishop. Perhaps I will see her.
As His Majesty's church-appointed spiritual advisor, I advise His Majesty not to take lightly the advice of his church-appointed spiritual advisor.
And as His Majesty's military advisor, I have always opposed the Maid of Lorraine tactic. Toying with people's fantasies is a tricky business.
But what if this one's credible? Baudricourt endorses her, and he's no fool. If she wears the part well, the people might rally, the troops might rally. Even I might rally. We could finally budge from this giant chamber pot and go where we belong. Raz.
She did come all this way. No sense being rude.
The esteemed Sir Robert de Baudricourt has sent us a girl he claims to be the Maid of Lorraine on a mission from God. But our eminent bishop rightfully insists upon proof. So, we will put her to the test in front of the entire court. Yes. Yes, you, La Trimoire, will be seated on the throne, and I shall be mingling with the assemblage. If she ferrets the true king, she will have proven herself divinely inspired.
His Majesty's, how shall I put it, boyish demeanor is legend. She'll spot you at once. And then?
And then... won't it be fun? Bishop, don't be so dreary. If nothing else, the crowd will find it miraculous. It will reinforce their faith in God. And what's wrong with that?
There may be no harm in seeing the girl.
Only the girl.
What is your name, child?
I'm Joan d'Arc of Dormy, Your Worship. May I speak to the Dauphin? Alone?
Shall I bid the others go?
Pull the door shut when you leave, eh, Bishop?
My Dauphin. I've been sent by God to tell you that you must claim your crown and unite the people of France.
And why do you imagine God has chosen you for this holy mission?
I don't know. But I do understand why he's been so insistent. The English have begun a siege at Orléans. If the siege falls, you will never get to Reims, and you will never be the king.
Do you presume to think that this is news to me?
Then why haven't you sent your army to raise the siege?
I can't. I haven't the money or the means. Besides, no one believes in France anymore. They're tired of fighting.
You must have faith, my Dauphin, and the people of France will follow. They're hungry for someone to believe in. I saw it at Vaucouleurs. Do you know they rallied behind me? A farm girl? They will rally behind you.
That has not been the case. Why do you claim to be the maid of Lorraine?
I'm not the maid of Lorraine, my Dauphin.
No. Of course you're not the maid, but people say you are. Why?
Because they need someone to believe in, my Dauphin.
Why do you call the king Dauphin?
That is the title given to the rightful heir of the throne.
Clever. It's not easy being king when people neither love you nor fear you, just follow you because you're all they have.
God wants you to be king, my Dauphin.
I always thought I would be a good king.
Lift the siege at Orléans and go in triumph to Reims.
Actually, there might be one way. The army. They would never follow the Dauphin, but they would follow the Maid of Lorraine.
But I'm not the maid.
You'll have to learn to stop saying that.
I don't know how to lead an army.
You'll have to learn that, too. You'll be surrounded by knights and commanders. You won't have to do much. Just be the maid.
God did not send me for this.
How do you know? Couldn't this be God's plan? You were sent here to convince me to claim my crown. I'm convinced, but Orléans stands in the way. I can't rally an army to lift the siege, but the Maid of Lorraine can.
God would not want me to live such a lie.
But is it a lie? If God has sent you to lead the French army to victory, then might it stand to reason that you are the maid? Or were you not really sent by God?
I was sent by God, my Dauphin, I assure you.
I'll need proof. Can you give me a sign?
It's been hours. What can they possibly be talking about?
She's the one. She's the one we've been waiting for. God has sent her to lead my army.
A rather impulsive statement, Your Majesty.
She showed me a sign. A sign from God.
What sign?
I'm sworn to silence. Surely a man as devout as you wouldn't expect me to bring a vow to God. If only we could be certain of her purity.
The church is the best arbiter of such things. We can send her to the convent of Poitiers to be examined.
Precisely.
Poitiers is a perilous journey.
Which is why you will accompany her with an armed escort, dear friend.
My mission continues.
And so does mine.
What if she fails?
If she fails, she's just a deranged farm girl. What if she succeeds?
We observe that she is chaste, a virgin.
These men are clerics of the university.
I do not know A from B.
What do your voices tell you?
That it is God's will to deliver the people of
If
France.
it be God's will, then there is no need for soldiers.
Soldiers will fight, and God will give them a great victory.
We find nothing heretical in her claims to divine guidance.
We find in her only ardent faith,
honesty, and virtue. None has a right to reject this maid.
Who are all these people?
The men that responded to the king's call for troops. To follow the Maid of Lorraine. Raise your arms, Joan. Raise them high.
All I did was raise my arms, and thousands of men shouted out with one single voice.
You could have stood on your head and gotten the same result. They were eager to believe.
Mother Babette, do you believe I'm the Maid of Lorraine?
I believe in the girl inside the costume. And I think she should believe in herself and not in legends.
Why did you agree to join me?
You have the purest heart of any child I've ever known. And I fear what men might do with that.
I'm not afraid.
Which is why I am.
Is that her? Is that the maid?
You damn nobles are all alike. You never bring me in until it's too late. You ought to double my fee.
You'll have a fine chance for riches, considering your arch enemy has taken Les Tourelles. Sir William Glasdale. Capture him and you'll fetch a great price.
If I meet up with Glasdale, I promise you, you can sell him off in pieces. Well, she certainly looks the part, if there is a she under all that.
And what part are you, sir?
This is Captain Lahir. I've engaged him to lead the mission to Orleans.
To lead?
Don't worry. You'll be out front for all the cheering. But around here, grown men come in.
So if you'll excuse us, my dear, the captain and I have work to do. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Leaving? You won't be with us in Orleans?
Him? He's a military advisor. He sends other people off to die.
Shouldn't you be in bed, child?
No one must know it's being planned for myself and the men who've come to
You may
fight.
stay, or you may go. But be quiet.
The captain needs to concentrate, my dear.
We know the English have taken Les Tourelles. They've practically closed the circle around Orleans, but this news is 3 days late. It takes about 4 days to get there. We have 12,000 men. Half of them useless. That leaves us with a
Pardon
force.
me? I've made this journey. We can't get there in 4 days with all the livestock for the troops and the people of Orleans.
We only take enough livestock to feed the troops. Our objective is to raise the siege, not to feed the masses.
Well, how long will it take? A week to travel, another to prepare, and then how long to win? If we don't feed them, they will die.
My dear, you are neither a commander nor a soldier. All you have to do is play the maid and try not to get yourself killed.
I'm not pretending, sir. I'm here by the will of God, with the authority of the king and the blessings of the church. And I say that the people of Orleans must be fed.
The circle's almost closed. We better hurry.
Yes, we need to attack now.
The southwest gate is still free. We can get the food inside.
Under a hail of arrows from English archers.
They won't attack. Look at those campfires. The English have grown lazy. They're not prepared to fight.
If we go inside peacefully, there's not even a chance that they can react. Then we can make our plans from inside Orleans.
I've had enough of this. I don't take orders from women or children. And you're both. Go back home or stay out of my way.
You want to command this army without me? Go ahead. There's not a single soldier who will risk his life for you if I'm not by your side. You're my captain, Captain. We do this together.
All right? But half the army will stay behind to cover our tracks. Dumetz, keep the men ready to charge in case we get in trouble. If we get inside, stay here. Wait for the signal to attack. Sir.
Jean won't be going with us?
What could it be? I don't know, but there's a bloody great lot of them.
Get Sir William!
Idiot. You just let the Maid of Lorraine into Orleans.
Prepare for battle!
Must be.
Better open the south gate.
Closing ranks. They're getting ready for us.
Suppose it's too late to turn back?
The city of Orleans. You have no right to be in this kingdom of France. The King of Heaven sends you warning through me, Joan the Maid. If you obey, I shall grant you mercy. If you refuse, I shall raise a war cry against you that will be remembered forever. If you refuse, I shall raise a war cry against you that will be remembered forever. I shall not write further.
And who do you think you're going to send to deliver this? Not one of my men. Maybe one of God's angels will take it for you. They are, after all, already in heaven.
I'll take it. For Raymond. Return. I'll give this to our mama.
I promise.
What they do to that boy. You filled him with righteous nonsense.
They won't kill him. He's worth a ransom the French can always be counted on to pay.
We should have heard from them by now.
We need to attack as quickly as possible.
No, we must give the English a chance to leave peacefully.
leave. Peacefully. Look at them. With each passing moment, they become more organized, more prepared to fight. We still have an advantage. 5,000 men on the south bank of the Loire. We must strike now.
If there's even a chance of winning without shedding blood, then we have to try it, Captain.
Listen to me. I was at Agincourt. I've seen the English at their best. We were 4,000 strong. Glory of France. Our men and horses and heavy armor, banners held high. We rode to meet the English invaders. But it had rained all night. And the field of battle was muddy. And the mud ensnared our horses and our men. There were only 500 of them, but their armor was lighter. And their methods... methods. They slaughtered us like pigs. Even after we had surrendered.
We should strike hard and fast, Captain. But not the smaller forts. We should win La Tourelle first.
It's a fortress. It's designed to keep people out.
The English got in. It's our forts. We built it. Surely we can find some weakness.
Find one, and I'll consider it.
Is there anyone we can talk to?
No. Well, there was. Victor, the gatekeeper. He grew up here. He lived in Les Tourelles, but...
What?
He has the plague.
Keep this on. You mustn't take it off. And touch nothing. You hear me? Nothing. And this cloak, burn it as you're leaving. For God's sakes, child, be careful.
Don't worry, Mother Brother. I'll be all right.
I'd heard you'd come, but I wasn't sure.
Now you know. Do you know anything? The walls?
The walls are high and strong. There's no weaknesses. We were very proud of that.
The English. How did they get in?
Trickery. Instead of night, they hid. Fooled the men into lowering the drawbridge. They swarmed inside. There's nothing we could do.
There must be a weakness. Some way to get in that nobody knows about.
It's impenetrable. Like a stone chimney.
Chimney? Was there ever a fire?
No, we were very careful. It wasn't even straw on the ground.
The ramparts, what are they made of?
Wood.
Thank you, Victor. From all of your countrymen. Thank you.
Dear maid.
Yes.
Bless me.
God brings you peace.
Yes. This will protect you.
Thank you, Mother Babette. Okay. They're bedding the horses down inside Les Tourelles. We need to set fire to the hay. The smoke will force them to lower the drawbridge.
And we'll be waiting for them outside. Makes sense.
We will take Les Tourelles first.
Don't get so excited. Hoping to get a flame over the wall into a bale of hay is like trying to predict where lightning will strike.
But it's a good plan.
If it works, it's a good plan. But while you're planning it, the rest of us will fight like soldiers.
Then promise me that we will wait another day for their response.
Joan.
Peter! What's happening?
We're preparing for battle. Captain Lahir's orders.
Where is he?
He's with Lieutenant Dunois.
I thought we had an agreement, Captain.
Explain it to them. There's the answer to your letter. They're sending for reinforcements. We attack now.
He's hot-headed. He'll lead us to our deaths.
He's survived many battles. He must know what he's doing.
Has he ever fought a battle for God?
Who knows how God chooses his soldiers? Look at us.
Let's see what this boy has to offer.
How much longer do we have to wait?
Till we hear the signal.
What if the trumpeter's lips are frozen?
Then you'll be spared from combat, old friend, and live to see another day.
Right now, dying and going to hell sounds very cozy. Didn't mean that.
You're afraid, Bertrand? Never seen you afraid.
It's a long time ago since I trained to be a knight. Didn't succeed, and now I've forgotten what I know.
It'll all come back to you. The moment you see those ramparts lined with rows and rows of English archers.
Oh, I should have worked harder at becoming a knight.
Well, then, you would not have become my squire, and I would not have known true friendship.
Don't be sentimental, Jean. You scare me out of my wits.
We have to get into battle position.
What about the signal?
There's your signal. Everybody, battle positions. Let's go.
Dominus vobiscum, in nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
You didn't pray, Captain.
I don't need prayers. I watched brave men pray to live and die in agony. And I watched wounded men pray to die and have to live in agony. I watched my own back. And now, maybe even yours. Sound the trumpet!
must not reach the wall.
The flame must strike here.
I can do that.
As soon as we set fire, we must find Louis or he'll suffocate.
Yes, sir.
These men are willing to die for you. Perhaps you should say something to them.
Be of good hearts, my friends! Today our noble king will have a great victory! Because we are guided by the King of Heaven! We're all in God's hands! Even those who choose to think otherwise. For God and France!
Her banner is up. It's time.
Open the gate! Move it out! Quickly!
can't I hear our men fight?
The men have pulled back.
Let's take off our armor.
Sweet St. Catherine. Help me up. Break the tip off the arrow. Break off the tip.
You'll bleed to death.
Break it off.
Joan, one can't.
Do it.
Bite down on this.
Easy, easy. 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 Get her up! Get her up!
Still. My horse.
You can't ride a horse now.
My horse. My banner. Remember, once we get inside, we have to find Louis. I am the maid.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti, I pronounce you man and wife. Go in peace, my
God has blessed me with healthy sons who have taken for themselves healthy wives. Well, 2 of 3 so far. Next will be our Pierre. To the sons, Jacques d'Arc.
To my sister Joan, the maid of Lorraine.
To the wives of my sons. Though they be not of my flesh, these 2 young lasses are more daughter to me than one who thinks she's as good as a man and better than her own blood. God puts us where he wants us. And by God, it's up to us to stay there and make the best of it.
saved my life. But you took away my honor.
The honor of killing another man?
Killing that man. It's what I've lived for.
Is that sort of honor worth dying for, Captain?
Yes.
Then the sum of your life would have been just that. How many men died yesterday, Captain? On both sides? 1,000? 5,000?
What did you expect? A holy war is still a war.
Were those who fought for England any less noble than those who fought for France?
You're asking me?
No, Captain. I'm asking God.
Vere dignum et justum est, equum et salutare nos tibi semper. Ubique gratias digere, Domini Sancte, Pater Omnipotens, Aeterni Deus. Per Iesum Christum Dominum nostrum.
Crowds are calling for you and will not be pacified.
It's the king's glory, not mine.
Come, it's everyone's victory, and it will be over in a few hours. Surely this is easier than your day at Orleans.
In some ways, dear Bishop, I wish this were Orleans. There I had a purpose, I knew my place.
I had a dictate from God to lead my army to victory, and I did.
Doing God's work is not always so rousing or grand. You may find that the hardest things you are called upon to do will be the quiet ones that have no triumphs. Such as living at court, or standing behind your king, or simply being a symbol. I know a good deal about all of that. But this work is every bit as important as the other, and it has its rewards, my child. You can learn to read and write. You can learn the discipline of a religious order, so that you may be worthy to know the true will of God.
Bishop, I already know the true will of God. He instructs me directly through his voices.
Your conviction that these voices are a direct communion with the Lord our God is not only naive, but dangerous. You are very young, lacking religious training and the guidance of the church. You are incapable of judging the purity of these voices. You cannot, must not, put your trust in them.
Why not?
Because it is human nature to believe in the divinity of the messenger rather than the message. This could lead you to the sins of arrogance and pride, and ipso facto corrupt the message.
Then what about Poitiers? The church examined me. They said that my voices were real, a miracle. You said so yourself.
And so they are. Your belief in your voices has given faith to others. In the eyes of the church, that which produces faith is a miracle. But it does not mean that your voices were from God. Dear girl, I sense in you an excellent mind. I entreat you to rise above the simple thinking of a country girl. If you are to do God's work, you must strive to understand the difference.
Then everything since Poitiers has been a lie. You said my voices were a miracle, so people believed in this miracle, and in me.
Don't judge harshly. Join your king atop the steps of the cathedral. And from there, look into the faces of all the believers who have come to honor your incredible achievement. And then you will see your miracle.
From all over France for this great occasion. You can't imagine how far some people have come.
Pierre!
Oh. Let me see you. You must be feeling better. Was it all the excitement? It was exciting.
How's Maman? Papa?
They're doing well. Everybody looks up to them now. Strangers pass through just to see the house where you once lived.
Let's think of something for you to bring home tomorrow.
I won't be going home. I didn't have the courage to tell them, but I want to join the army and fight beside you.
No, Pierre.
But why?
No!
I'll make a great soldier. I will. I'll prove to...
It has nothing to do with that. You probably want to fight because you think that it means something, and you think that what I did was glorious. That's just what they want you to think. ones who used me. I let them.
What are you saying? Because of you, we finally have a king, and France is no longer a dream. I've heard people call themselves Frenchmen. Not what town, not what region, but their country. And you did that. We all think you did it for us. Are we wrong?
Oh, you're right. It's all and always for the people. Just needed you to tell me that.
No, don't lunge!
I
surrender.
Pierre's going to be the best soldier in all of France.
You don't look like someone on the way to a banquet.
Because I'm not.
Well, the king was quite insistent. Your presence is important.
Peacocks flocking their latest feathers. I have no reason to attend.
Suppose I gave you a reason.
What?
Charles has made a treaty with Philip, giving him the district of Champagne. Isn't Domremy right on that border?
The crown is on His Majesty's head, yet the jewels are on the tip of his tongue.
Maid Joan.
Yes?
We need you to settle a question. When St. Catherine and St. Margaret come to you, do they have arms and legs, or do they float above the ground?
They are as complete in body as they are in spirit. Your Majesty, what would you call a baker who slices his cake while it's still in the oven?
I would call him not a baker.
What would you call a king who slices up his kingdom while others are fighting to unite it for him? Your Majesty, why would France sign a treaty with Burgundy? I fought to unite all of France, not to make pacts with its bits and pieces.
Burgundy has promised us Paris, our beloved capital. And they have agreed to a 1-month cessation of conflict.
Yes, but Philip will use the time to fortify Paris, not to retreat from it.
You overstep yourself. It is not your place to question the king's authority.
It is God's will that France is united. Not even the king has the right to challenge God's
I would
authority.
strongly counsel this girl or any unenlightened mortal against stating what is or is not God's will.
And what if God speaks for himself?
Your voices, yes. Answer me, child. How are we to rely on them?
You can trust experience. Captain Lahir, has my counsel ever been wrong?
No, my friend. Not yet. But perhaps you count too much on your voices. Good soldiering was as responsible for your successes as any prayers. And I worry one day you will call God's name and charge, and there will be no one there to watch your back.
Your Majesty, let me march on Paris with my brave army of Frenchmen and defend what is rightfully ours.
You presume to order the king?
Not order. Entreat in the name of God.
You presume to speak for God?
Not for him, from him.
You are perilously close to heresy.
When did truth become heresy?
All heretics believe they speak the truth.
Does that include bishops?
You ask for eternal damnation!
If she's a heretic, what does that make me? It must be made clear to all here present that I would never knowingly break a lawful agreement. No matter how grateful I and all of France are to you, no matter how magnificent it would be to have a truly united country. But we are deeply touched by the loyalty that beats in the heart of this virtuous subject.
What's she going to do? She's going to tell Paris. What? She's going to tell
Charles's treaty with Burgundy was a death warrant for Champagne. At the moment, thousands of French loyalists are being slaughtered. If we welcome you, we can do it with a similar fate. The next time Charles needs a pawn in his game.
You're France's capital. You must set an example. Paris must swear allegiance to Charles.
Paris's only allegiance is with the citizens of Paris. We, the aldermen of this great city, command you to leave us in peace.
Command? You dare command Joan the Maid? We will enter Paris by any means.
Be warned. The city is well armed. The men of Paris, every soldier, merchant, and tailor will rise against you.
Don't respond. Leave yourself room.
Tell the tailors to put down their needles and take up their swords. The army of God is at hand. No, we attack at dawn.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, but it's Sunday. It's a sacrilege to fight on the Lord's Day.
Burgundians may yet return. I can't believe that God would want us to wait. You seem troubled, Captain.
Yes, I'm troubled. Attacking Paris is madness. The walls are too high. Our ladders may not even reach the top. And as for me, I'm paid to fight soldiers, not tradesmen.
Are you still, after all, just a mercenary?
Paris is neither an enemy nor a threat.
Our Lord said, "He who is not with me is against me."
With Jesus or with Joe?
If you don't believe in me, leave.
At Agincourt, I lost my faith in my country. I came to believe in myself. At Orleans, I lost my faith in myself. I came to believe in you. are now both utterly alone. Only I have the courage to admit it.
I will assume his command.
We're getting slaughtered! We have to fall back, Joan! We must!
I dub thee knight, Sir Bertrand.
I regret having missed the spirited conversation between yourself and our dear young maid.
More spirited in the telling, no doubt, than in the actuality.
No doubt. I've been giving much thought to the pastoral needs of our brethren in the north. The district of Compiègne, in spiritually deficient Burgundy, is further deprived by its lack of a bishop. Now, it strikes me that they could benefit from the moral authority of a prelate, not unlike yourself.
I'm honored by the Archbishop's endorsement, but I am quite content with my appointment to the King's Court.
I was not, in fact, soliciting your opinion on the matter. I'm transferring you to Beauvais in the district of Compiègne. You will henceforth be their bishop.
I am being sent into exile. My words against the maid have embarrassed the church that sanctioned her.
The church needs your services in the north, my dear Cochon.
wicked game. I have but one card left to play. I must make it count.
She's asked for leave to visit her family. You've given her no reply.
I have no reply. Until we've cleaned up her mess, Joan is to stay at court. I may still need her.
Please give me a sign. I've done everything that you asked. What did I do wrong? I don't understand. Please give me a sign. Why won't you answer me?
Noble adversaries, I've come to apologize. We promised you peace, and, well, it has not quite gone as we'd hoped.
Yes.
Quite.
Let us address the treaty you broke when you sent the maid to attack Paris.
I was as shocked as you. She's a headstrong girl, this Joan. And so immensely popular.
Where is this leading? Get to the point.
The point, sir, is that I have come to propose a 30-day cessation of conflict among our three factions. This time, no exceptions.
And what, may one ask, would be the benefit for Burgundy?
And England?
In your territories are cities still loyal to me. If there is a treaty, I would not be able to defend them, would I? There would be nothing to stop you from taking them.
You're very kind. But what's to prevent our taking them anyway? What then?
Then I promise that you have not yet seen the full power of the Maid.
Your Majesty, the cities you have just condemned will send appeals for your help.
And when I ignore them, they will turn to the Maid. Tell Joan she may leave court to visit her family, and when she returns, we would like to confer a very special honor. Godspeed, dear Bishop.
You are the most cunning man I have ever known, perhaps the most ruthless. You have betrayed me for Joan, and you will betray her as well once she has outlived her use.
Oh, you speak nonsense, old friend. Joan is the Maid. Do you forget? She is going to unite all of France behind me.
Poor deluded Joan, she has no idea she has put a monster on the throne. Those are my last words as Your Majesty's spiritual advisor.
Can I help, Mama? Oh, no, sit. You're a guest.
What if I don't wish to be a guest?
Left this outside. I fed your horse. Beautiful animal.
It's a simple meal, but it's hearty.
Isabel, stop making apologies for the way we live.
Is the King's Court as beautiful as they say?
Well, nothing is as beautiful as home.
That you had said that to Pierre.
Pierre made his own choices, Papa.
He followed a dream. Yours.
You still call me a dreamer after all?
After all you have done? What have you done? Beyond making yourself into an idol.
I've pledged my life to unite France.
And sacrificed your brother in the bargain. do you want from me?
I want forgiveness. Sweet Saint Catherine, I beg forgiveness for the sin of pride. Please bring me absolution from our Lord God and from my Father. Please return to me, dear patron saint. Please give me guidance and show me the way to my destiny.
I would have expected Beauvais to have a grander cathedral. God resides here, nevertheless, with room enough for visitors, even the English regent. And my personal chaplain. We have a religious question that you might settle. I need to apprehend and eliminate a certain villainous girl, but she must be destroyed in name as well as body. I have heard that you may regard this selfsame girl as a heretic. So I find myself wondering, might the church be helpful in this matter?
The church does not kill.
The Inquisition is burning heretics by the bushel.
The Inquisition merely locates dead branches on the tree of Mother Church and then brings in civil authorities to do the pruning.
Meaning you would agree to try her?
Were she to be captured in my diocese, my duty would be to fight for the salvation of her immortal soul.
I would expect nothing more or less.
You are leaving because I denied you forgiveness.
No, Papa. I'm leaving because I have a calling. Because this is what God meant for me to do. Because this is what I'm compelled to do.
As Pierre did what he was compelled to do.
Papa. I'm afraid to leave. Even more than I was before.
You will bravely face whatever life hands you. How could you not? You are a daughter of Jacques d'Arc. Be well, my daughter. Be well.
You've changed.
My council has told me that my work is not yet finished.
They returned to you?
Yes. They told me that Charles will betray me. And that he must do this so that he can fully be king. My darkest time lies ahead. It's all a part of God's plan. And everything will be fine in the end.
I encountered a messenger with a letter for you from the citizens of Compiègne.
Can you read it?
Yes. To blessed Joan the Maid from the citizens of Compiègne, hear our cry. Philip has invaded, his troops are upon us. We have written many pleas to the king without reply. Save us, dear maid, from the wrath of the Burgundians in the name of God.
So it begins.
Though you were born a common girl, your courage and virtue are surpassed by none. It is one of the great mysteries of the world that nobility of birth is often accorded more credit than nobility of character. But as king, I have the power to alter that inequity. Joan, who is sometimes called Joan d'Arc and the Maid of Lorraine, we do hereby confer upon you the title of Noble of the Realm, with all of the rights and privileges appertinent thereto. And in gratitude, the crown exempts for 300 years hence all taxes on the village of your birth. And the title shall pass on to all of your descendants, so your name will live on well after you. Kneel, Joan. From this day onward, you shall be known as Joan de Lys, the flower of France. Now rise.
Your Majesty, why do you ignore the plight of your loyal subjects in Compiègne?
It's not a choice. I was forced to sign a treaty after our little misadventure in Paris. And even if I were to choose to violate it, I haven't the resources. Our troops are all fighting up north. Our finances are depleted. Our cities are overrun with refugees and plague. I've discovered that getting the crown is one matter, but keeping it is quite another.
I'm still commander of your army. Why don't you send me to liberate them?
Yes. Yes, I must do right by all my subjects, whatever the risk.
Their king is very compassionate.
How quickly can you leave?
As soon as an army can be assembled.
I'm afraid all I can spare is a small army of 200. But I will send for Captain Lahire to bring a larger army from the north. You can rendezvous at Compiègne.
It'll be good to fight again. With the right men. For the right reasons.
Well then.
Your Majesty.
Joan. You don't have to do this.
The day we met, we spoke of God's plan. And we still have to play our parts. Whatever you do by the will of God. Know that I know that.
Jean, I have a map of Compiègne here.
Jean, you have to listen to me. We may not have the chance to speak again. If I'm captured or killed, you must not risk yourself or the lives of our men to save me. I know that this is hard for you to understand, but you must stand behind Charles. Promise me that you'll finish what we started. Swear it.
Lahire! Lahire approaches!
So, this is the maid. Why have you stopped eating?
I've heard that you intend to sell me to the English.
Rumors in a place like this are like water, not to be trusted.
I'd rather die than be an English hand.
What will it take to make you eat?
I will eat if you send a message to the king telling him of my situation.
So that he may shed a tear.
So that he will do what God expects of him next.
And what may that be?
Why don't you send the message and find out?
Impudent little witch.
Enough!
Ma!
I was venturing in the south when I heard of this. I returned as quickly as possible.
No, you'll catch a chill.
You have duped my son into your dreadful game. This girl is not a threat. There will be no sail to England. Come with me. Did you sleep well?
Yes, madame.
No, I've had those wretched clothes removed. Now, if these do not fit or are not to your taste, new clothes will be made.
I must have my own clothes back, madame.
My dear, if you are to be my personal charge, I must ask for a bit more cooperation.
What is it you want?
Want? Well, I want to go to heaven. My dear, I was a pious young girl who hoped to be a nun, but my family would have none of it. So God had to learn to share me with others, too. And I fear he's not always come first. Now my time is short. Judgment Day draws nearer. I must strengthen my defense. If I can keep God's blessed young maid from the hands of the English, perhaps he will grant me mercy.
How will madame keep me out of the hands of the English?
I expect we'll find a way together. For now, very interested in understanding you. I would like to discover what's inside of a child who is touched by God. Tell me about your saints. What do their voices sound like?
They're kind and gentle.
And when they speak, do other people hear them?
No, only me.
But haven't they failed you in allowing you to be captured?
I did not wish to be captured, but it's God's will, a part of his plan.
What could this plan possibly be?
I'm told that Charles and I are being tested, and that soon I'm going to have to choose my own path.
It must be a remarkable thing to know within your own lifetime you were born a legend.
I believe I would die if I could not serve others.
My dearest girl, I have prayed for a daughter, but God never answered my prayer. Until now, perhaps. You are so clever and so brave. You are capable of more possibilities than you even imagine. Let me take you in hand. You will be educated. You will be taught manners. You will be introduced into society. And at the same time, you will train with your arms. You will continue to study the art of war. You will not be hemmed in as you were in France. There will be no judgment about your manly interests here. You will not be toyed with by schemers who resent you even as they use you. You'll be completely celebrated for everything that you are, not in spite of it.
But in France, I'm free, and here I'm a prisoner.
Well, only until you are ready to be free, until you allow yourself to accept this splendid new life, then I'm sure you will. Because, my dearest girl, you are offered only two choices, you know. Allow Burgundy to embrace you, or England to kill you.
Why would Burgundy embrace me?
You will lead our army to victory.
My dearest lady, all of this has been in the belief that I would fight against soldiers I once led. I will topple a king I once crowned.
Why do you care so much for this vile pretender? Who used you and abandoned you? Why?
Because only through me can he learn how to be a good king.
Is it not possible that God might want the French people united, but not necessarily under France? Can you be sure that that crown belongs to Charles and not to, say, Philip?
I assure you, madame, the correct man is wearing the crown.
No, he is a fool. He has no right to be king.
Sire, His Majesty is retired.
I've been waiting weeks to see him. I want to know what he intends to do about Joan. Where is he? Where are you?
Retired.
You brought her to this.
I must be brief. I know that you will not come to the side of Burgundy. So, beware and prepare. The English will take you. The church will try you for heresy. If you remember nothing else, you remember these words. Our Lord first served. Say them.
Our Lord first served.
Turn them over. Study these words. They are your key to survival. Only these words will save you. Now you'll pray with me. Pray.
Bishop Cochon, why am I kept under English guard? Shouldn't I be moved to a church prison where I may receive the sacraments?
These English have decided, due to the gravity of the charges against you, that you be guarded here. They claim it is for your own safety.
Who are all of these men?
Learned ecclesiastics who will act as assessors at your trial.
And you, dear Bishop, how do you come to be here?
By special arrangement.
To do what?
To continue the conversation we began at the King's banquet.
The English will do everything they can to destroy Joan. This will stop. We have no official sanction.
Any man captured will face certain death.
I cannot pay much, but what I can, I will.
There will be no pay. If you fight, it is for your belief, nothing else.
We should separate. I'll go to the right.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Brothers in Christ, the charges in this case are grave. The accused is called a sorceress, a false prophet, a blasphemer. She is charged with inciting men to war, with discarding the decencies and proprieties of her sex, with beguiling both princes and people, with usurping divine honors and causing herself to be venerated. You will be presented with a young girl who claims she speaks with saints, all bearing instruction directly from God. And it is here that you must tread delicately. Because while it is remotely possible that the girl is divinely inspired, the Holy Inquisitor's experience suggests she has more likely been corrupted by the sins of arrogance and pride. I advise you not to look for the usual excesses of wanton behavior, nor the outward marks of evil. Instead, look at her excesses of religion and charity. I warn you that the girl is neither liar nor hypocrite. She believes she has been instructed by God to commit the acts which form the basis of the charges against her. To be certain that these things are not heaven sent, you must expose the sin of pride. And that is difficult with this girl because her pride sits side by side with her innate humility. I entreat you to guard against your natural compassion. It will cloud your judgment. But neither should you indulge yourselves in anger or pity, for that is the ultimate goal of evil. The only guide that will serve you well is mercy. It will help you to learn the truth, to know what is right, and to help you save her immortal soul. Produce the accused. your spirits, Joan?
They would be better were I in a church prison, as I'm entitled. I'm burdened of these shackles, which seem excessive in these surroundings.
They are for your own protection.
How am I protected? I've been denied an advocate, and I'm the only witness in my own defense.
Unfortunately, you have been charged in English court. Any French witnesses you might call would be seized and hanged if they showed themselves at the gates of Rouen.
As to your other requests, recognizing that you are untaught and therefore possibly at a disadvantage in front of these learned men, I grant you leave to choose a person from among their number to help you with counsel and advice.
As you would grant leave of a lamb to ask help from a wolf.
I remind the accused and the public of the serious nature of this trial. Are we to glean that you are declining the offer of counsel?
You may so glean.
Note that in the record. Now kneel and make an oath to answer with exact truthfulness all questions asked of you.
No. For I do not know what will be asked of me. You may ask things that I cannot reveal.
Swear with your hand upon the Gospels to answer truthfully all questions asked of you.
I will gladly answer all things, Bishop. Except the revelations which are meant only for my king.
You may make an oath in your own fashion.
Did God command you to put on men's clothing?
My clothing is a small matter, one of the least. But it was done at our Lord's bidding.
Will you wear a woman's dress if we give you one?
Send me home to my mother and I will wear anything you like. Bishop, these are not serious questions.
Is it not possible? We can dispense with the clothing at this time. Turn to your voices and visions. When did they begin?
The church has already examined me on this at Poitiers. You know my answers and the church's findings.
When did the voices begin?
When I was 10.
Who spoke to you?
St. Catherine and St. Margaret.
How did you know?
Because they told me.
Who else spoke to you?
St. Michael.
And did they appear to you?
I've told you this before.
Tell me again.
Yes, they appear.
What sort of things do they tell you?
They tell me that within 7 years' time, a disaster will befall the English. And soon thereafter, England will lose all of France.
Silence! When did you last hear your voices?
Last night, and again this morning.
How often do they come?
There's no day that I don't hear them.
Do you call them, or do they come without your calling?
They've often come without my calling. Other times I need to pray our Lord send them.
Do you ever call them and they do not come?
If I'm in great need of them, they always come.
What things do you ask your voices?
Right now I ask them 3 things. That my God will continue to help the French, for my freedom, and that my soul will be saved.
Then you have been betrayed. For you will certainly either burn as a heretic, or you will spend the rest of your days in prison.
That's not.
Your voices told you differently. Have your voices told you you will be rescued? What precisely were you told?
My council has given me leave to tell you that you are in great danger.
What is this great danger?
For judging me, you will suffer in body and soul.
What sign did you give to your fake king when you first met him?
I have no fake king.
You know what he means. What sign did you give Charles?
Ask Charles.
I'm asking you.
I can't tell you. Perhaps in time.
Clear the court! There is the rack. There are his ministers. You will reveal all now, or Brother Lemaitre will extract it from you in his own way.
If you tear my limbs, I may speak out of pain. But afterwards, I will deny it all. Why are you punishing me for talking to God?
Take her back to her cell.
This trial seems unduly taxing on you, Brother Cochon.
What's taking so long? You have enough evidence to burn 10 heretics.
The Church is unconcerned with the English agenda, only with the salvation of Joan's soul.
I paid a huge price for the witch, and I want her dead. If the Church lets her go...
If the Church lets her go, God help any man who lays a finger on her.
Brother Cochon has been waging a long, exhaustive, but doomed battle for the girl's soul. You will soon have the outcome you desire.
Good.
The trial continues in secret.
Joan of Arc. I'm Brother Lemaitre of the Holy Inquisition. I've been presiding these last weeks so that I may assist in identifying the true heretic. You have said that your voices never fail you. And yet, you say they instructed you to wear men's clothing?
Yes.
Can you explain why our Lord would endanger your life by instructing you to deny your sex?
I don't know. But I've often felt on the battlefields and here in this prison, I'm just constantly alone with soldiers. My clothing doesn't endanger my life. Rather, it saves it.
Will you submit to the judgment of the Church? The voice of God on earth.
Yes. So long as our Lord is first served.
We'll turn to the sign you gave to Charles. Was it from God?
It was Saint Michael.
Continue.
It was he who accompanied me to Shinon, unseen. And it was he who showed me Charles hidden in the crowd. And then afterwards, when I was alone with Charles, he showed himself to Charles, and he produced a magnificent golden crown. And he said that Charles should take it so that he can become king. And then he bowed and disappeared.
He bowed, disappeared.
Yes, he bowed and disappeared.
What did St. Michael look like?
St. Michael was tall, with long, dark hair, big, warm blue eyes, and on his head, he wore a crown with 6 points.
It's really very simple, Brother Cochon. She grows more arrogant by the day, and when forced to choose between her unnatural clothing in the church...
What do you think of her description of St. Michael?
Appalling. Ridiculous.
What descriptions are all exist in books carefully guarded in the Vatican?
And they are wrong. It's probably that village priest who filled her head with stories and fairy tales and brought her to this wretched end. However she learned the description of St. Michael, it does not change the fact that she puts herself above the church. She is an unrepentant heretic. And she will burn. And you, Brother Cochon, you're only working for your own salvation. Joan, stand up. Stand up! For the record, do you, Joan d'Arc of Don Remy, refuse now and forever to submit to the will of the church militant, the representative of God on earth?
Joan! Don't answer hastily. Your words could mean that you will burn.
Even if the stake were raised and the fire lit, I would not lose faith in God. God will spare me.
Child, the stake is raised. You would burn. Take her outside. Look!
It's not possible. St. Catherine promised.
There is nothing to what awaits you. God is not going to release you, and Charles is not going to rescue you. Your fate is in no one's hands but yours.
Don't you see that you are deceived by the forces of evil? Sigh.
Joan. Joan. Live. Sigh. Sigh.
I will sign.
Bring them back. Put them next to her. Tempt her.
Poor Joan. She never understood the keys to survival. Manipulation, compromise, and a well-turned phrase. But I'll give her this. She made an excellent kingmaker. And I shall make an excellent king.
Your Majesty speaks of May Joan in the past tense. You could still rescue her.
Rescue a heretic. Shall we? Yeah.
I'm finding Cochon. 1 hour, or we attack.
few minutes.
Joan? Joan! Hey, hey. It's me. Whoever did this will pay. Joan. Joan. We've gathered an army. We're just beyond the hill. And tomorrow night, when this town sleeps, we're gonna storm those gates and take this prison.
A great victory. Charles will be here.
The king didn't. But Lahir is with us. And so are thousands of soldiers who are willing to die for what they believe in.
The maid. There's nothing left of her.
Don't say that.
I made a pact, Jean.
You stayed alive.
And killed everything that I believed in.
We must go. Joan, please. Please be ready for us tomorrow. We won't be long.
I'm busy, sweet Jean.
Adieu. Until tomorrow.
Adieu.
Adieu.
Be saved.
What have you done? Oh God, what have you done?
What I confessed. I confessed from fear. But every word was a lie. I retract my abjuration now and for all time.
You die through your own words.
No, dear Bishop. I die through you.
Joan, Dark of Don-Remy. Through your wickedness, you are a menace and a peril to the Church's purity and holiness. But the Church can no longer protect you. You will be bound over to secular authorities who will deliver you to the executioner. Go in peace.
Bishop. The son I said I gave the Dauphin. It too was a lie.
Why?
You asked me to break a vow to God. I saved us both.
They're going to burn the witch!
Brother, what happened? She has recanted. They will execute her at once.
Wait here. I'll get the men. We'll charge the main gate.
I'll go with you.
No, you stay. Let her see you. Give her hope.